What happens when you finally walk away from a narcissist? Do they crumble in despair, chase you down with desperate pleas, or sit in cold silence, betting you'll crack first? If you've ever felt trapped by someone who feeds on control, who twists your emotions until you don't recognize yourself, this is for you. Welcome to the Stoic Beacon. I'm not here to just analyze their games or pat you on the back. I'm here to hand you 5 unshakable Stoic weapons to break those chains, reclaim your peace, and build a life of raw, unapologetic strength. This isn't a feel-good chat. It's a battle plan for your soul, forged in the fire of Stoic wisdom. Stick with me to the end, because by the time we're done, you'll know exactly how to turn their manipulation into your triumph. Ready? Let's dive in. You're not alone in this. Millions of men, maybe even you, have faced that suffocating grip of a narcissist, a boss, a friend, an ex, a family member. They don't just want your attention, they want your surrender. But here's the kicker: you don't have to give it. Stoicism, the philosophy of emperors and warriors, teaches us that true power isn't in controlling others. It's in mastering ourselves. Over the next hour, or however long this takes you, I'll walk you through 5 steps that don't just push the narcissist away. They make you untouchable. These aren't theories. They're tools I've used, lessons I've lived, and principles that have stood the test of centuries. Let's start with the first truth. Their chaos doesn't own you. 1. Mastering what you control. The narcissist's chaos meets your calm. The narcissist's first move. Picture this. You've gone no contact. No calls, no texts, no glances back. For a narcissist, that's an earthquake. They're used to being the puppeteer, pulling your strings with guilt trips, barbed comments, or that intoxicating charm they wield like a weapon. When you cut those strings, their stage collapses. Their first reaction? Disbelief. He can't leave me, they think. He'll crack. He'll miss me. He needs me. They might go silent, betting that the void will drag you back. Or they might flood your phone with messages, accusations, apologies, anything to reel you in. It's chaos. But here's the Stoic secret. That chaos isn't yours to fix. Marcus Aurelius, a man who ruled an empire while dodging spears and betrayal, wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the cornerstone of Stoicism. The world can burn, but your mind stays steady. A narcissist's reaction, their shock, their schemes, is outside your control. What's in your grasp? Your thoughts, your actions, your peace. When they lash out or go quiet, they're not your burden anymore. They're theirs. My story. Alex and the weight of letting go. Let me take you back a few years. I had a friend, call him Alex, who thrived on drama. He'd blow up my phone with crises. "I'm falling apart, man. You're the only one who gets me." I'd drop everything to help, only to get hit with blame when his mess didn't magically vanish. When I finally went no contact, I couldn't stop wondering what he was thinking. Was he laughing at me? Plotting revenge? It gnawed at me for days. Then I stumbled across Epictetus in Enchiridion. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. That hit like a thunderbolt. I wasn't responsible for Alex's headspace. I was responsible for mine. I stopped guessing and started breathing. The shift wasn't instant. I'd catch myself drafting texts. "You okay?" Then delete them. Why? Because his chaos wasn't my job. The narcissist wants you to feel weak, lost without them. Don't buy it. Focus on what you can touch. Your morning coffee, your next step, your own damn life. Their storm is theirs to sail. The Stoic practice. Drawing the line. Here's how you apply this. Next time you feel that pull, that itch to check on them, to see if they're raging or sulking, pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, can I control their feelings? Their words? No. Then let it go. Write it down if you have to. This isn't mine. Burn the paper if it helps. You're not running from them. You're reclaiming your ground. Over time, that itch fades. You'll see their tantrums for what they are. Noise. And you're the calm in the storm. Stoicism isn't about apathy. It's about clarity. A narcissist thrives on muddying your waters, making you question your worth. By mastering what you control, you drain their power. They can scream into the void all they want. You're not there to hear it. This isn't just freedom from them, it's freedom for you. Ever wonder why you keep obsessing over their reaction? Try this. Don't respond for 24 hours and see how it feels. Want more ways to take control of your life? Hit that subscribe button for the Stoic Beacon. We're diving into even bigger secrets together. Stick around, because the best is yet to come. 2. Silence. The sword of Stoic strength. The power of nothing. Silence isn't weakness. It's a blade. Narcissists feed on your reactions like vampires. They poke you, prod you, bait you into anger or tears because your emotions are their lifeblood. When you give them nothing, no words, no fight, no fuel, they wither. This isn't hiding. It's striking back without lifting a finger. Seneca, exiled and battered by fate, wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." A narcissist's silence, after you go no contact, it's a calculated move. They're betting you'll panic, that the quiet will gnaw at you until you break it with a, "Hey, what's up?" Don't fall for it. Their silence isn't indifference, it's a fishing line. Your silence, it's a wall. My story. Sarah and the voicemail trap. I worked with a woman, let's call her Sarah, who was a master at this. She'd take credit for my projects, then play victim when I stopped playing along. After I went no contact at work, dodging her calls, keeping it strictly business, she left voicemails. "I don't get why you're ignoring me," she'd say, voice dripping with fake hurt. I felt that tug. Maybe I should explain. Clear the air. Then Seneca's words kicked in. Imagination, not reality. She wasn't confused. She was baiting me. I deleted every message. Weeks later, she stopped trying. My silence didn't just protect me, it disarmed her. The Stoic practice. Holding the line. Try this. Next time they go quiet or throw a barb your way, don't bite. Count to 10. Feel the urge to respond, then let it pass. If they text, "You're being ridiculous," don't reply. If they call, let it ring. You're not avoiding them, you're outlasting them. Imagine their words as wind hitting a mountain. It howls, but the mountain stands. That's you. Over days, weeks, you'll notice something. Their silence loses its bite. You're not tethered anymore. Narcissists need your energy to survive. Silence starves them. It's not passive, it's active defiance. You're saying, "I don't play your game." And the best part? It's effortless. You don't need to craft the perfect comeback or win an argument. You just stop, That's Stoic strength, doing less to win more. Here's a quick tip. When a narcissist goes silent, to trap you, count to 10 before reacting. It keeps you calm and in charge. Love tips like this? Subscribe to the Stoic Beacon so you don't miss how Stoicism makes you unstoppable. Stay with me. We're about to unlock more of your power. 3. Freedom through refusal. No more explaining yourself. The trap of justification. Why do we explain ourselves to people who don't give a damn? A narcissist doesn't ask why to understand. They ask to unravel you. They want you defending your choices, tripping over words, so they can poke holes and keep you small. Stop feeding the beast. You don't owe them your reasons. Epictetus, a slave-turned-philosopher, said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Your decision to walk away, that's yours. Their approval, that's theirs. When you stop explaining, you stop begging for their nod, and that's when you're free." My story. Alex's last stand, back to Alex. After I cut ties, he hit me with, "Why are you doing this? What did I do?" Old me would have written a novel. "It's not you, it's me, blah blah." New me, armed with Epictetus, said, "It's my choice." He pushed. "That's it? You owe me more than that." I didn't. I hung up. He texted for days, but I gave him nothing. He couldn't twist what I didn't say. That was my first taste of real freedom. Not his version, mine. The Stoic practice: less is more. Next time, and they demand an explanation, keep it short. I did it for me. No details, no debate. Feel that urge to justify? Swallow it. Write it out if you must, then trash it. You're not here to convince them. You're here to live. Watch their frustration grow. They hate a wall they can't climb. That's your power. Explaining keeps you chained. Refusing breaks the lock. Stoicism teaches that your worth isn't up for debate, it's a fact. When you stop proving yourself, you start owning yourself. That's not just victory over them, it's victory for you. 4. Distance, the fortress of your peace. The cost of closeness. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your life. A narcissist doesn't just sit there, they trash the place. Keeping them close costs you peace, energy, sanity. Pushing them out? That's not cold, it's survival. Stoics call it ataraxia, the calm you protect at all costs. Seneca wrote, "No person has the power to have everything they want, but it is in their power not to want what they don't have." Distance isn't punishment, it's preservation. You're not obligated to let anyone drain you, no matter who they are. My story. Mark and the breaking point. Mark was a buddy from way back. He'd call with sob stories, lean on me, then lash out when I couldn't carry him. I stuck around out of guilt. He needs me. One night, after another rant about how I'd failed him, I read Seneca and sapped. I blocked him. The guilt hit hard. What if he spiraled? But weeks later, I felt lighter. Saw him months after at a bar. He tried the old, "You ditched me" line. I said, "I saved me," and walked off. Peace isn't selfish. It's sacred. The Stoic practice. Building the wall. Set your line. No is enough. No excuses needed. Block them. Delete them. If they're family or co-workers, limit it. Short talks. No depth. Feel guilty? Ask, is this guilt mine or theirs? It's usually theirs. Distance isn't loss. It's space to heal. Proximity feeds their power. Distance starves it. Stoicism isn't about isolations, it's about curation. You choose who gets in. That's not just protection, it's empowerment. Thanks for sticking with me this far. Mark's story is one step toward our strength. Want to join a community of Stoics like us? Subscribe to the Stoic Beacon. Stay here. We're going to keep learning and growing together. 5. Standing tall. The unbreakable Stoic spirit. The power of presence. A narcissist wants you shrunk, doubting, apologizing, bending. Stand tall instead. This isn't arrogance, it's certainty. You're not here to be their punching bag, you're here to be you. Marcus Aurelius said, "If it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it." When you hold your ground, you live that. My story. Sarah's final jab. Months after dodging Sarah, I ran into her. She smirked. "You think you're above me now?" Old me would have shrunk, mumbled something weak. New me looked her in the eye. "I'm just living my life." She blinked, walked away. Confidence isn't loud, it's steady. She couldn't rattle me because I knew my worth. The Stoic practice, owning your space. Next time they jab, don't flinch. Stand up straight, physically, mentally. Say what's true. I'm done here. No venom, just fact. Feel small, remind yourself, I'm enough. They can't break what won't bend. They thrive on your insecurity. Confidence kills that. Stoicism isn't about winning their approval. It's about knowing you don't need it. That's not just defiance. It's dignity. Middle section. Stories and reflections. Story 1. Mark's drama cycle. Mark wasn't just a friend. He was a parasite. Every call was a crisis, every fix a failure. I'd explain, he'd twist, I'd cave. Cutting him off felt brutal, until it didn't. Lesson: you don't owe your soul to anyone. Story 2. Sarah's silent war. Sarah played subtle. Guilt trips, stolen credit, fake tears. Silence beat her. She faded when I stopped feeding her game. Lesson: less noise, more power. Reflection: the chains we choose, we stay because we fear the void. But Stoicism asks, what's real? Your peace is. Their drama isn't. Who's your Mark? Your Sarah? Break the chain. Narcissists don't own you, you do. These 5 tools, control, silence, refusal, distance, height, are your armor. Mark taught me limits. Sarah taught me quiet. Stoicism taught me. Start now. Pick one, try it. Subscribe to the Stoic Beacon. Say yes below. Let's rise together.